Hello, TEDx Erie. This is Eric Lehman, and thank you so much for the opportunity to make application to this year's event. I want to share a story with you that is very much in keeping with your theme of don't give up the ship. And it started in my senior year in high school, and I believe it's still going on today. So anyway, in my senior year in high school, I found myself living in a homeless shelter because my mom had kicked me out of my house. And about 50 days later, my best friend's folks took me in from that homeless shelter and asked me to Hello, TEDx Erie. This is Eric Lehman, and thank you so much for the opportunity to apply to this year's event in November. I'm very much looking forward to sharing a story with you that I believe is in keeping with your theme of don't give up the ship. So when I was 17 years old, I found myself living in a homeless shelter as my mom had kicked me out of my house. About 15 years later, early in my senior year, Hello, TEDx. Hello, TEDx Erie. This is Eric Lehman, and thank you so much for the opportunity to apply to this year's TEDx event on November 5th. Hello, TEDx Erie. This is Eric Lehman, and I'm very excited to make application to this year's event that is going to take place in November. I'd love to share a story with you that is very much in keeping with your theme of don't give up the ship. And this story started when I was 17 years old, starting my senior year. On September 14th, 1990, my biological mother kicked me out of my house, and I was taken away by two police officers to a homeless shelter that was literally 2 miles from my house, and yet I had no idea it existed until I was actually living there. 50 days later, my best friend's folks took me in from the shelter, and that's when tremendous miracles started happening, including the miracle of the fact that they had, sitting around the house, an application to Cornell University. They helped me through that process, through the application process, and they even paid the $65 application fee, and we gave it a whirl. About 5 months later, I had received an acceptance letter, and it helped me have access to a dream that I never knew that I had. 4 years after that, I was able to pay that energy forward and create something called the Cornell Coalition for the Homeless. And it was only because I experienced what I experienced and I was able to turn my suffering into service. So to go from homeless to housed to co-founding the Cornell Coalition for the Homeless is a story that I would love to share with your audience on November 5th in Erie, Pennsylvania. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.